Okay guys, what's up? Tame is here. Yes, my hair is in a braid. Very crappily done one considering I have this much hair that's not braided. What's up everybody? Tame is here. Haven't seen you guys in a while. I actually recorded this a week ago and then realized that I hadn't changed the settings on my webcam, so there was no audio because I set it up to where it only heard when I talked into the microphone on my headset. So I was just stood here talking like this the whole time and no sound whatsoever. It took me about 10 minutes watching the video trying to go about my settings thinking that my sound was messed up and I just couldn't hear it because of whatever before I realized, oh right, it was just my stupidity. Anyway, got a few lively update things for you. I have been watching lots of anime. I actually have my list up on the computer. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and read through them real quick. It's actually a very, very short list. In terms of shows, I have watched all of Attack on Titan. It was awesome. I watched that in actually just barely 3 days. Practically in the span of 2. I just wanted to save the last 2 episodes for the next day because I was really tired and wanted to go to bed. That was awesome. Black Butler, awesome. Just awesome. I did start watching Clannad, got to like episode 6 and then stopped. I like it, but it's just too slow for me and just not my cup of tea, but I'm not dissing the show, it's just personal preference. I have watched Code Geass R1 and R2. That's just one of my favorite animes of all time, just because of the ending. Literally just because of the ending. That is what bumped it up into like favorite of all time. I have watched all of Diabolik Lovers. It is actually a very short little series. It feels like there should be a second season to it, but right now there's only one season. It's 13 episodes long. The episodes are pretty short too. I think they're only like 15 minutes long each, but I kind of like that. Girl gets to kind of ends up living with, I think it was like 7 brothers that just happen to all be vampires, and they kind of use her as their own personal blood bag. But I liked it. I watched some of Edan of the East, not a whole lot, but I did like skim the series. I watched one of the movies. That's not true. I skipped one of the movies because I didn't know there was a dubbed for it, and I was not going to sit there for 2 hours reading subtitles. I think it was the Paradise Lost I watched, but not a whole lot of it. I freaking love Fairy Tail. I will be watching the rest of the episodes right now, except the dubbed only goes to episode 120, which is like just inside of the 3rd season, and the next 10 episodes come out dubbed on July 15th, so I'm just gonna work and wait, because I've already burned through like 3 animes since I've had to wean off of Fairy Tail, waiting for the dubbed. More of the dubbed. Ghost Hunt, I have not watched all of it, but from what I did watch, I liked it. I have only watched the first episode of High School of the Dead, and I actually watched that this morning. And I liked the show. But from the second the show started, I already knew a good 50% of me was going to hate it, just because the first chick I heard sounded so incredibly annoying. I am watching the dubbed version, and the fan service is just makes me want to facepalm every time. Just every time. I think I'm saying this right. Kanichi wa Maid-sama. Kaichou wa Maid-sama. If you've heard of that show, you know what I'm talking about. But I really, really like that one. I don't like a whole lot of the romance anime stuff, or just in general. Like, I will refuse to watch it just off of that. But I did watch all of Maid Summit, and I really liked it. It's one of my few favorites of that. And I just finished watching all of RN High School Host Club. That was just freaking adorable and hilarious all at the same time. I like that one. All these ones on my list here, I'm pretty much recommending. Because I watch, like, everyone's reviews before I even think about watching a show. So I just, like, get spoiled way ahead of time. SAO, Sword Art Online. I know you either love it or you hate it, but I'm really just in the middle. I really liked the show, but when it focused more on the romance, I mean, it's not the romance that I hated. It's just the time skips just totally bombed it, and they still seem way too young to say, oh, Yui's our kid, and, you know, hey honey. I know Kirito only calls Asuna honey once, but seriously, it bugged me to no end. Soul Eater, love it. You have to watch Soul Eater. Just totally Soul Eater. I've watched Strike the Blood. Not many people at school who I know who are just total anime freaks have heard of the show. I really like it. I only have gotten a few episodes in, and then I just kind of stopped watching. Not because I didn't like it, I really liked it, but just because I got really busy. And so I just kind of weaned off and, like, totally forgot about it. Vampire Knight, I really like that one. That was cute. And Zero no Tushka... I'm not even going to try. The Familiar of Zero, that's translation, I also really liked. That one's 4 seasons, each like 12 or 13 episodes each. Really cute show. There is action and stuff, and a little bit of fan service, but not as bad as like High School of the Dead or something. And that is about it. I have a couple of movies on there too, but only 2. Castle in the Sky and Neighborhood Totoro. Those are the only 2 movies I've really watched. Anyway, everything I just said are all the animes I have watched so far. Except for maybe 1 or 2 that I just don't remember at the moment. But those of what I've been watching lately. No, this video is not going to be all about anime. I do have some actual life update stuff go. English. So the week of the 27th in June, I will be going on my DC trip where we go to New York, Boston, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. That's gonna be fun. And actually, we got a couple days added on, so we're actually leaving on the 21st and then coming back 10 days later. So, yay! Plus I'll get to stay up all night because we leave at like 11 p.m. Woo! Fun times, fun times. So, that is coming up. Getting pretty excited. It's almost difficult to think that I won't be able to watch the next dubbed fairy tale until after that. So, that kind of makes me feel a little depressed. On the ways of depression, if anyone has watched any of my videos prior, may have seen that little kitty furball, little gray and white one, that meows so cutely, that I call Normal, my cat. This is her. She had heart disease that was not treatable. So sadly, she was halved to put downs. But she seemed pretty okay with it until it was actually happening. Anywho, yes, I miss my kitty quite a bit. I've think I've finally gotten used to feeding 2 cats instead of 3. So, yeah. I really want to gather up all the pictures I have of her and just, like, make a big, like, collage of them all. But some of them I can't get off of my camera for some reason. The thing that's on here that pulls them up just doesn't seem to want to work, so I gotta fix that later. Speaking on the animes, yes, most of it is anime. After I am done recording this and start uploading it, I am going to probably do a anime review on Ouran High School Host Club. Mainly because that is the most recent anime I have finished, and I kind of want to rewatch some of my other animes before I go and review them. So keep an eye out for that. And yes, I am doing D&D with a group of friends on the weekends, so that will be fun. That's funs. It was like yesterday, we had to work on strategic because the town we were in were totally surrounded with like a horde of orc army. I was the only dragonborn in our groups, and I'm the only one who spoke the same language. And my friend Ryan, who's the DM, rolled a 4, and my bluff check was like, I rolled like a 17, and I had like a +2. So yeah, they didn't notice that I was a dragonborn and twice their size among the ranks, so I was able to infiltrate and learn stuff. I was able to kill the general, but I moved up the invasion by like a day because of that. So my main mission now is trying to figure out how I can kill the second and last general without getting caught. Or at least long enough I can get out of there without totally being killed, whilst giving enough time for the reinforcements my friend David sent, because he was able to seek out to go get help. We gotta wait for them to get there. So, yes. Right now, that is my life. Now I don't know what else to say. We got this. It's the first one for Soul Eater. Okay. That is all. So, yes. That is all I wish to say now that you guys can hear me this time. And I am gonna start cranking out those reviews for the animes I have watched. If there are any anime recommendations besides the ones I have already listed previously at the beginning of this, please say so in the comments below, and I shall see if I can watch them. Keep in mind, I will not watch any yaois or any other. Yaoi's the only one I've heard of, but any like guy on guy, girl on girl. It's just personal preference. I'm not dissing anyone. Just so we're clear, no dissing, just personal preference in anime. And nothing with too much of fan service. I am only watching High School of the Dead, strictly only because I've heard that if it wasn't for the fan service, it would have been a very, very good / decent show. And that's what I've gotten from watching the first episode of it. So, yes. Anyway, you guys have a good weekendables / week, getting into the school year. So, yay. And I shall see you guys in a bit. So, keep an eye out for those reviews. Peace, guys.